So dark.
Hey guys. Decent.
That's a good question.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna try to remember. This looks like related to you.
Oh man, all these bikes in here. Alrighty, look at this HP4 Race. Look at that carbon frame. Well, the frame looks different when you don't ever know what to expect. So interesting.
No, Marcel, I ride road race bikes with.
Yeah, I'm on my way south for racing.
He's on his way south, so he was just to race, and he was just coming through. So he's dropping off some tools because he's sponsored by a tool company. And at the same exact time, Gil with Bosch was coming through, and this is for our ITS show in Washington that we're doing. And I was driving from California from a racetrack. I stopped. Carsonson loaded my trailer with all the booth shit. He's like, I can't ship this shit. So Gil's picking this up.
Oh yeah, that's some stands, yeah.
Yeah. So this.
What do you pull this trailer with?
This bus.
My coach.
Oh, your coach, yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's not really a bus anymore.
It's up to like a Ford Explorer.
No, any diesel truck, just like my truck. You know, it's just a trailer. It's an aluminum trailer, so it's lighter.
Yeah, but then he's got all this stuff in there.
Yeah, just a bunch of bikes. All right, I made it.
One of these bikes yours?
No, mine are in my trailer. I got similar bikes, just the
These are all John's? These are all
No,
your
his are the two front ones here.
Yeah,
What do you think about that bad boy?
Suzuki's not John. John is
No,
a BM guy.
I'm a BMW dude.
Whose are those?
Well,
My
John's
buddy
got some
that rides
KTM's
this
too.
bike, he goes, yeah, he just bought a new Gixxer. He goes, I've got BMW taste, but Gixxer money.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. Yeah.
What do you think?
I wish it was in your garage so I could take a better look at
I
it.
know.
Are you unloading the bikes now? No. You're just gonna leave them all in here.
I just literally haven't had time.
No,
Like,
I know.
I got back from that track and I've been working.
Exactly. That's why you have to have two trailers, one for dirt bikes, one for street bikes, all fully
I thought
loaded
about doing
with your saddle tools in each trailer and in each garage. Right? That's what we talked about.
I know.
You don't have time to load and unload, so you have to have two of everything.
I thought about building a double trailer, but
Or a second one? Yeah.
dude, that bike is so unbelievable to ride.
Yeah. What's your favorite points about it? Like, what do when you if you sum her up? Like, what's your favorite part about it?
It's not. I thought because it's so light that it would be volatile, like
Shaky, hard to ride.
harder to ride. You'd have to take. It'd be riskier. It's the opposite. It's smoother. It's easier. It's safer.
Oh, really?
I would consider it 30% safer than riding an RR.
It doesn't come with this though, does it? The
No,
grip?
I added. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I added.
Yeah. Only thing you
What
added.
else am I taking?
I'm gonna set this out. Just out of the way for a minute. It's right here. That one.
The throttle is actually not as short turn as I would have thought. Is it the same? Is it the same?
It's electronically adjustable.
Where are you driving?
No, I know that. So is mine by the computer. Well, so you could do
Except
it.
I can do it right on the screen.
Oh, really?
Everything.
But the mechanical stop is still the same.
And you can see, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can adjust it to go faster or slower to it.
Oh, interesting. All digital, yeah. Yeah, because I set my digital stop not here, but I back it off a bit when I do mine. I literally digitally back it off that much because and then full throttle is all that last bit. So I reach full throttle sooner, and I never worry about accidentally not being on full throttle, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I wish I had a mechanical stop though, and that would involve some sort of part, you know, that not too many people were making. Probably somebody makes it now, I think. But and you got 168. Oh, it's cool how you got it. 168. You're close to my number. My 174. You're just a little bit off. 6 off.
Oh, it's cold. Is that the boost? Is that everything? That's everything.
And you added the reservoir cover, of course. That's not OEM. Yeah, two things you changed. Two
Two
things.
things, and the number.
Yeah, and the number on the front.
And I put Dunlops on it.
And you got Dunlops, right? Yeah, I always wanted those rear brake calipers.
It is.
Look at that beauty. Look
It
at
is, to me, it is so much safer because if you want to pass somebody, you don't. There's no risk of like running wide because you can.
it's so light. You just turn it.
Dude, at Laguna, I had to slow down. In the expert class, right?
John.
Yeah.
What's going?
Yep.
Him?
Yep. All that structure stuff. At Laguna, I had to slow down because of traffic because I was coming up on. I didn't slow down because I needed to slow down for the corner. I slowed down because I was riding so much faster than the other groups that you could get into trouble.
Oh yeah.
So it's very easy to pass someone because
Oh, but
you just don't
there's
hit
so
the
many.
brakes.
Yeah,
You just stay on the throttle and everybody hits their brakes and you stay on the gas because you could stop with the carbon wheels and that's 70 pounds lighter. You just wait until you're way past everybody, then you hit the brakes and you still like. It's hard not to like be literally getting back on the gas in the corner, like
And you're saying this in comparison to your
To an RR.
your 16 or whatever. Yeah.
16 RR.
Yeah. Yeah, you're a taped up one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, you don't have time for that crap. I like that. What kind of tape did you use?
That was a 90 mile an hour
Gil
crash.
taking more stuff, or is that it?
Is this
I think that suitcase.
Why does this have a dent in it?
What?
You should see this side of the bike.
Just
this
the body
side took
work,
a
yeah.
90 mile an hour.
Wait,
Yeah.
which side did you lay down?
This
Yes,
side.
It was all taped up. Just the body work, and a little bit of a case slider.
New body work.
Bike that I didn't see yet?
This is the new one.
Yeah. The one that you don't want to put down that should be in a museum almost, right?
It should
come there's
almost
a-
be in a museum.
But of course that would be dumb.
Why is there a dent in that Triumph?
So John, what is
Can I turn the dash on?
So you just John, what is it?
I have no idea.
It's
What does it
cool.
look like?
I think it probably sets on as a display. I bet it's a
It looks
Oh,
just
it's a folder
brochure
holder.
display.
EBR1. What is EBR? EBR?
electronic braking. So,
Oh, yeah, you
so
can-
that's
your
your
engine
braking.
braking.
Engine braking. There you
Yeah.
go.
Engine braking, traction control, and then dry one is another version of DTC. You're in gear.
It starts in gear.
Right off the bat. Yeah, well, without a clutch in. Without a clutch in.
No, there's no protection.
Well, it'll say the gear on there, won't it? Oh, it's in gear 1, but the bike has to be slid forward and back. It won't go in neutral. That sounds nice. I like this too. That's awesome. Yeah, that's loud too, right off the bat.
I thought
That's
you were
awesome.
gonna like run it up to like 10,000 RPMs or something.
No, you gotta warm up the engine and let it cycle.
It's not good for the
I
engine.
know.
Yeah, it alarms all over the place
Plus,
when you don't too.
we were gonna asphyxiate ourselves.
So did you put anthem in?
Asphyxiate ourselves.
No, he's running around.
He's
Yeah.
out there somewhere.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for showing me your bike there.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You might be online with this.
Riot.
This will be a YouTube video right here. HP4 Race John.
What's this right here?
This is the only HP4
No, like,
race,
pretend
I'm
that
pretty
you
sure in
just-
the US that's actually
Go
got
like that, then you put
Add
the
some
brake
some
on.
kilometers
It's got
on it.
about 600 miles on it already. And they're actual track, full on.
That was what, 1 or 2 track?
Let's
That's
run
2
this
track
thing.
days.
4 track days.
Oh, okay, yeah. But you rode both bikes on a track. Do you try to
I
compare?
rode this for like 2 hours, and then it was the next. That was the next.
And then
4
you
track
never went
days.
back to this one after that. You're like, what's the point? Unless you want to race somebody where you want to risk the bike more. Then you
Yes.
like if you're like,
So
let's
I'm
have a
keeping
dirty
this.
race.
I'm keeping this for taking risk.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
If I drop, I used to think, oh, I can't scratch this.
No,
And
now
I'm
you don't even care as
yeah,
much.
Yeah, if I drop this, it's no big deal.
That's
Don't crash this one.
That's
Yeah.
significantly lighter.
70 pounds lighter.
Well, this one's in your race trim. You know, you're gonna be just over 400. I don't know if you ever weighed your bikes personally,
I
but
haven't. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's full titanium exhaust. This is probably 20 pounds, maybe it's 50 pounds difference, but there's a lot of money in this.
I know
bike
I've weighed
there.
both my bikes, and you know they're right around the 400 mark. You know, and a little bit of titanium on Merlin and such too, and aluminum bolts everywhere. So you know, depending on that, you're gonna be over 400. And then this thing, you said it was three.
It's 322 dry.
Yeah, just like 600. Like yeah. 600 weight. I mean, my 322, my 600, I got 350 out of a ZX6R back in the day, X Factory. So this thing's even lighter than a 600.
It's right on the edge of a MotoGP bike.
I was going to ask what a MotoGP bike weighs.
It's right around that weight.
3.
I'm not even.
50?
Yeah, I never actually looked up how much they weigh.
320?
It's in kilograms, so I didn't do the conversion. But this is just like a few pounds over a MotoGP bike.
Yeah. Did you get any other
There's
opinions
nothing.
from anybody? Did you let anybody else
I
ride
had
it?
Galen Cook ride it.
Oh yeah, what'd he say right off the bat? What's his first 4 words?
He did his. He rode it easy, and he still.
Well, of course, yeah.
He still beat his just riding easy. He beat his highest, his top speed at Laguna, going over the top of the hill.
Oh yeah, turn
miles
1.
an hour faster.
Yeah,
going
turn
through,
1.
Going over turn 1.
Yeah.
That he's ever done in his life, and
Nice.
he was babying the bike.
Of course, yeah.
Stock bike?
It's an OEM race bike,
It's an OEM
which is very
race bike.
You can buy them like that.
well.
It's ready to race.
Very
You'd have to have it pre-ordered now. It's
You
probably
had
too
to
late.
almost pre-order it before.
Yeah.
They're making
What's the-
750 for the world for 2018, 2019.
What's the model?
HP4 Race.
Yeah, BMW HP4 Race.
HP4 Race.
Yeah, it's a limited edition race bike. The only other companies that I can really think of is KTM made a race only. Remember the RC8 race, and but of course that bike was just not a good bike.
They made an HP4 Race. They made an HP4.
That's not which is a street. That's just street.
bike with some converted parts.
Yeah, which made it worse for racing actually.
Does
Yeah.
Aprilia still make them?
There was before, yes.
They do.
Aprilia.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else actually makes a race bike now because KTM doesn't make it anymore.
We're talking like you can't legalize this bike.
Yeah.
This is track only.
No-
You
no-
cannot-
no
You
Nivis.
cannot ride it. There's no riding this on a public road. You can't license.
Oh, the H2R is the only other one. Of course, it's not even a true race bike. It's just a track-oriented, fun
There are-
demonstration.
There are 50 different things on this bike that are race. I mean, you read the manual, it's page after page of this is for racing. This
It's
is
so
how you adjust this.
It's so cool how they have aluminum inserts everywhere to attach how they make the carbon be able to attach. You have to have aluminum inserts that give a cup, and the cup dissipates the pressure, right?
The wheels are carbon
You
fiber.
can't
Alright.
crash this
Look.
bike.
That's the chassis.
Because
So
you got to
this-
get a new bike.
Look at this.
Yeah.
That's aluminum.
Yeah.
Right. You
That's so-
crash that, you've got to
Carbon.
get a new
No.
motorcycle.
Under crash testing, the wheels and frame of this bike handled
better.
crash testing better than the aluminum frames in these bikes. Now, this frame won't cost $40,000.
You can go. You can find that
That
frame.
one
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. You're not.
You can buy that frame, but it's going to cost.
Yeah. You're almost like buying another bike again,
It's half a
essentially.
bike.
Yeah.
That's like, kind of like the one
Yeah, that's the only problem. You don't have any parts, so that's the big issue when I look at it. It's like, okay, not just the frame, but how do you get it? Can you buy that swing arm? You must. You can buy the swing arm from
You can
BMW.
buy all the parts.
So how much is the swing arm? Did you look this up?
The sum of the parts is about 120,000. So yeah, when you
No,
start
did you go into microfiche? Is it on the microfiche?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I could
actually,
order
had-
that swing arm and put it on my bike, and I'd be curious how much it would be. That's the thing. I could build my own HP4 Race with certain select components, like the swing arm.
Yep.
My
I
question
mean,
is, have
again,
you won
if
any
you
races with that?
just did suspension and brakes
I
and wheels
17.
from an RR, you're approaching 80% of the cost of the HP4. It doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
The sum of that bike is way more than the components, right? It's
Yeah.
really. You asked me what I thought about riding it. It's far more than the sum of the parts.
More than the sum of parts.
So it's-
Once they're all
it's-
combined,
When they're combined,
Yeah.
they're engineering combined. In other words, it just within the second lap you forget you're riding an $80,000 bike and you just realize you're riding like
Yeah.
it's like halfway between a road bike and a dirt bike. It's light, nimble, feels safe, controlled. It doesn't feel dangerous at all. It just stops well, goes well, turns light.
I like the fact that it's so naked here. There's just no junk, like all this plastic bullet. You know how you always run out of bar space for things, and this one is simple, right? It's just
race.
It reminds me of my factory Cowie I had. Everything's stripped away, right?
Yep.
That's nice. All right.
Nice to see the difference, right?
Yeah.
Wow. The 168 of 750 in the world.
Were you live on Marianne or something?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's get out of the trailer. I gotta sneak out of here.
Thanks for watching. I wanted to share it with you.
Anyways, guys,
beauty.
That's the place.
as you
I
know,
wish we had, it just came back from the racetrack, so he didn't have the time to unload it in his garage.
This
But
HP4
at
Race is
least we had
huge.
a little sneak peek
Turn
on
right,
it
Old
and
Town
can
West End.
compare it to
Went to,
the
It might have
old
been
brother.
Danny was here and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
Allium.
So, yeah,
Yep.
pretty cool.
It's right
Thanks
in
for
the
watching,
strip
guys.
mall.
yeah. What Marianne said. Anyways, my name is Marcel Irnie, world's best motorcycles. YouTube, Irnieracing, HP4 Race, Jonathan's. Cheers.
See you up in,